so complete destruction is something I'm not unfamiliar with. And I think I have a survival instinct as a result of that. And I feel like people, one of the things I work with a lot in my office as a psychotherapist and as a coach is despair. Despair will show up, and I think it shows up for everybody. I don't care. I mean, I've absolutely can tell you that I'm at home with the feeling of despair. And despair is an interesting emotion, I have to say to you, because despair can bring you to your knees. But it is at your knees that I believe we're most receptive to ideas, to help, to acceptance, to surrender, to finally listening to the messages that might be afoot from the destruction. And I believe that despair is that thing, that emotion. If you don't, it's dangerous, because sometimes despair can lead you to wanting to just kill yourself or be completely, to totally surrender to giving up. But what I want to say is that it's never an option to give up. It's always the path to hope. It's always the path to inspiration, to insight, to possibility. And again, I wouldn't be saying this if I didn't myself experience the trajectory through the cave, through the mountain. That's why I always say there's no way around the mountain. You got to go through that thing. You got to go through the mountain to get to the light, to get to the hope, to get to the inspiration, to get to the victory, to get to the self-esteem boost. I mean, that's just the way it is. And I say this, I decided to talk about this today because I got to tell you, I do encounter many people who are like, what's the point? Despair is just, it's like despair is a transitory experience. And you need to have awareness of that and courage to go past the despair and into the hopeful, the light, and all of that. But it's like I tell people, be constructive in your, like when everything blows up, when the marriage blows up, when the job goes away, when life, turns into lemons. And don't get me wrong. I mean, I appreciate immensely the need for security and stability. Possibly that's why I love, security and stability and having a solid practice and all those things, because I've had many experiences of full destruction.